Some of them even slay supercars on the drag strip. Let's go. Ford Raptor 3.5. You know this is gonna be fun when one of the slowest trucks on this list is an EcoBoost Raptor. The Raptor is
Ford Raptor is cool, but the fact that it's not even that the new ones don't have V8s. It's I don't really like the look of Ford trucks, really.
Ford's take on a road legal
I prefer the Dodge look for sure.
trophy truck. And truth be told, there is a lot to love. It's twin turbocharged V6 that shares about 70% of its parts with the Ford GT, by the way.
It's definitely a very cool truck though, for sure.
Propels all 5,600 pounds of this pickup down the drag strip in just 13.9 seconds. 0 to 60 comes in 5.2, and thanks to its 10-speed automatic transmission, you're always in the ideal gear to unleash all 450 horsepower and 510 foot-pounds of torque on your highway enemies. And hey, real quick, if you want to learn more about the Raptor, go check out this vid the new guy just did. Ford F-150 Lightning. Chalk up another win for the boys.
This is the only Ford truck I would buy. The Lightning is fucking sick.
Is at the Blue Oval,
especially with the fucking step side. That's cool as fuck.
Machine in the entire history of Fast and Furious. The first Ford Lightning, it was cool, but the second one is legendary. Why do you think Brian O'Connor drove one when he was running parts for Harry? Under the hood, it's packing a supercharged 5.4 liter V8 capable of 380 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque. It's got upgraded brakes, stiffer suspension, and a full suite of styling cues, including side exit exhaust. To let everyone know.
In fact, let's see, how much do these go for now? For Lightning. Forgot that I got a fucking... Actually, well, why don't I just check the book? The faces of book. Ford Lightning 20. Yeah, about 20. I mean, that's 25. It's not bad, but that's a lot of fucking miles for, yeah. What's a good one with lower miles? 26 for one with 50K. Yeah, so about 20. What's this? 150 shot. Oh my god. Hey, that's cool. But yeah, 20K. I wouldn't spend the money, but like
it is something.
Once it depreciates more, definitely a cool truck to buy.
Very special. From a dead stop, you're doing highway speeds in just
if it even depreciates more.
Keep
it might not.
Down in a quarter miles over in just 13.6, and that is quicker than
that thing almost smacked the curb.
Time. These F-150s are absolute gems. Pick one up and live your tuna no crust fantasy. And of course, we'll link to all these ideal trucks via Auto Tempest down below in the comments. Ram SRT 10. Not only is this perhaps the craziest production street truck ever built, the Ram SRT 10 is hands down one of our favorites. It's one of the most...
Definitely my favorite truck of all time. Yeah, favorite truck of all time. Yeah, for sure.
Mopar creations ever. While Ford and GM worked on refining and tuning their existing drivetrains to make a powerful pickup, Dodge just took the biggest engine they had and just shoehorned it in it. It's powered by the exact same 8.3 liter V10 found in the Gen 3 Viper, and it can be optioned with the Viper's manual transmission as well. It's the first in today's group to break the 5-second mark to 60, covering the quarter mile in 13.2. It's not the quickest truck on this list, but it is the fastest, with a top speed of over 156 miles per hour, which is just way too fast in a truck. But if you do it, you should probably put the tailgate down, because aerodynamics,
And tailgate down was again the worst.
Well, there you go.
and if you think that's impressive, well, just wait for what's coming up next. Toyota Tundra TRD Supercharged. Back in 2008, you could order a complete with its standard 5.7 liter V8 and then option a dealer installed TRD supercharger, which retained the full factory warranty. The result was an American made Japanese pickup capable of running the sprint to 60 in just 4.4 seconds with a quarter mile of 13 flat. These TRD Tundras made a mind-blowing 504 horsepower and 550 foot-pounds of torque and were paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission.
504 horsepower? God damn. I knew these existed, but I did not know they were that fucking fast. Holy shit.
It is by far the quickest thing that Toyota had made at the time, and it's insane to think that these pickups were only about a second slower to 60 than the LFA. Which, if you want to learn all about Lexus, check out the item story up here.
No.
GMC SYCLONE.
Poor LFA.
280 horse, 350 foot-pounds of torque. This truck literally shook the automotive world when it was released in 1991. Under the hood is a turbocharged 4-liter V6, sort of like a slightly bigger version of the one found in the Buick GNX, but unlike the G-Body Bruiser, the Cyclone and the Typhoon Brother come equipped with permanent 4-wheel drive. The result is a pickup truck that's from the factory, quicker than a Ferrari 348. Hell, it wasn't that far off from the F40. 0 to 60 came in a blistering 4.3 seconds, and it will complete the quarter-mile time in just 12.9, beating the Corvette ZR1. I mean, this thing isn't just fast for an old truck from the 90s, it's wicked fast by modern standards. And back when it was new, it was among the fastest production cars ever tested. While it was the Ram Little Red Express in the 70s that paved the way for the purpose-built factory-fast pickups to come, it was the Cyclone that set the bar really high, and then it held the record.
Cyclones are so sick.
For 13
I don't think I've
years.
seen one in person.
Ford F-150 Lightning.
Hyundai Ioniq 6 versus Tesla Model 3. Look what Ioniq 6 has and what Tesla Model 3 does.
The new F-150 Lightning is, well, there's no other word for it than EV. And while the jury is still out on whether or not an EV pickup genuinely works when it comes to doing pickup truck things, like towing, hauling, and reliable off-roading, there is no debate that it is an amazingly quick vehicle. Mash the accelerator and silently hit 60 in just 3.8 seconds. Yes, 3.8. We're approaching supercar numbers now. The Lightning shrugs off the quarter mile in just 12.4, and seeing that it's an EV, even though it's pretty heavy, they actually handle really well since all that weight is placed down so low. This is the first truck on the list that isn't squarely aimed at going fast, yet it slides in at number 5. It is a crazy time that we live in, people. Ram 1500 TRX. After seeing the response to the F-150 Raptor, the Dodge Bros didn't want to miss out on all the fun. Enter the Ram T-Rex, or TRX, you know, because T-Rex would eat people. The Ram TRX is powered by the same power plant you get in the Hellcat, a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 powerhouse that makes 702 horsepower and a gargantuan 650 foot-pounds of torque. To be clear, this 3.7-second run was recorded by Car and Driver, and they were blown away by how quick this thing was. Motor Trend, on the other hand, got a time of 4.1. So, regardless, the TRX does the quarter mile in 12.3, cementing it firmly in the top 5. And if it wasn't for this next truck, it would be
that's so fucking fast for no reason.
It's definitely Trav's pick. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna go with this. Ford F-150 Raptor R. Ford couldn't just sit back and watch Ram just topple over the Raptor namesakes.
Raptor R is cooler than the Raptor, but still wouldn't buy it because Fords just don't look appealing to me.
They hit back hard because, well, they came out with the Raptor R, and it has that new Predator V8, a 5.2-liter, 700 horsepower monster that turns out a very healthy 640 foot-pounds of torque. The same engine that you get in the Shelby GT500 with a slightly different tune. And like the other Raptors, it all runs through a 10-speed gearbox, meaning it just lives in that power band. All that gets you to 60 in 3.7 seconds and nets you a quarter mile in an absolutely absurd 12.1 seconds. Plus, unlike the TRX, the Raptor R has a 2-wheel drive mode for ultimate hooning. The only downside here is that it is about 20K more than the T-Rex, so I don't know, don't tell Trav. Rivian R1T. Rivian
I fucking love the Rivian. Rivian's such a cool car. Or cool truck. That Rivian's probably one of the few EVs that I would spend my fucking hard-earned money on.
Rivian's R1T is truly an amazing pickup. It's got 4 independent electric motors that are all powered by a massive 135 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is really weird because I feel like in the future that's how we're going to be talking about all motors instead of horsepower and liters. Anyway, the Rivian's good for 60 in just 3.1 seconds and a quarter mile of 12.6, which is very amazing stuff. And scary fast for a vehicle that weighs this much. It serves up the equivalent of 835 horsepower and 908 foot-pounds of torque. And in a straight-up drag race with, say, a Porsche Cayman GT4, the Rivian absolutely smokes it. GMC Hummer EV. Any car capable of hitting 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds flat is very impressive. So a truck that weighs 4.5 tons? That's downright astonishing. The GMC Hummer EV launches a dig so violently it makes your stomach turn. It's equipped with 3 electric motors that combined give you 1,000 horsepower and 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. It's violently quick for any 4-wheeled machine, but its bigger, less aerodynamic design and extra weight give a final quarter mile time of 0.1 seconds slower than the R1T. You need some serious firepower to line up next to one of these at the drag strip because as of today, the Hummer EV takes the crown as the world's quickest pickup. Crazy times. So, money no object.
It's the quickest, but it fucking, first of all, weighs like 10,000 pounds, some stupid shit like that. And then I think it's because of the tires, it's limited to like 110 miles per hour. Like, I mean, I get it, but 110? I could do that in my Lexus,
I have
bro.
a hard time not saying yes to the Raptor R because I think it's the perfect blend of urban assault vehicle combined with enough truck quality.
Yeah. Okay, pretty cool. The fucking top 3 for me, I'm already forgetting. I literally just said it. Let me see. Oh, SRT10, Cyclone. No, SRT10, Rivian, Cyclone. That's top 3 fast trucks for me. And then the Lightning's honorable mention for sure.